So I really hope that this content is of value for you. And just in return, I would ask for you to hit the subscribe button, like this video, and the rest of the videos that are coming up. And well, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being a subscriber, and I just hope this information is of value for you. I'll see you there. Here we go. Awesome. Okay. There we go. All right, guys. So now we are going to learn how to calculate water use reduction in our projects. Again, it all depends what type of units you're using. If you're using square meters or square feet, it all depends what you are using, okay? And it all depends of the project type you are working on. So once you add your groups, which are, for example, if you have a project which are apartments and a commercial area, then you will need to have a calculation for the apartments, which is not going to be used as the commercial area. Capiche? And that's how we use it. For example, in my case, I've been working on a lot of industrial projects. We do separate for core and shell projects, we do separate the core and shell consumption from the guards consumption, booth guard. Okay, it's a difference there because in the booth guard, they won't have 400 people as they can have in the core and shell project. Okay, in the warehouse. So okay, guys, let's go. A lot chatty. Let's do. Okay, that didn't sound how I was supposed to, but you get it. Okay, so here we are, guys. What is it that you need to have the information that you want? To have the percentage of water reduction that you will be getting for your projects. So first of all, what you need is to have a total FTEs. And how do you get this? There's two ways. You either calculate it. There's a special calculator for that, and you'll be having that calculator in your resources, not in this module, but later on. And the other way is asking your client if they have already a default FTE, or if they have their own calculations that they can provide, so that you can use that information and put that data in here, okay? So if they have their FTEs, you will have that information. If not, you will be calculating that information, and you will be calculating visitors if your client does not have that information, okay? As well as all of this other information right here. It all depends on the project that you are working on. For example, warehouses, it's not residential. You won't have students, and you won't have retail customers. So it all depends on the type of project that you are working on, okay, guys? And remember, you input the information on the gray boxes, and white boxes will do it. What? Yep, exactly, automatically. That's right. You won't have to do anything else right there. Okay. Okay, so let's move forward. So here, information about urinals is the 100% of male FTEs in the project will be having accessibility to urinals, using urinals. That's a big question. So it all depends on how the project is being designed, what the client needs, and it all depends on the project scope of work, okay? If you are using a dual flush system for toilets, then you will have to put this information, the low and the full flush, okay? Gallons per flush, remember. Right here, what you would be using is, if you are using urinals in your project, then you will be putting the information of your urinals, and these are the options that you have. It all depends what you're using. And for the toilets, you have a you have these options, which is male and female, and it all depends on what type of toilet, what type of WC water closet you will be using for your project's design, okay? Right here, it will give you a default baseline, and right here, it all depends on the design you are working with. And what have I told you guys? I told you, if you don't follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I've always told my people in my community that using low water accessories are very efficient by having non-water urinals, water closets of 0.8, which is it's the smallest gallons per flush that I've known as of right now, and it's very, very efficient. And for public lavatories, I would use, it all depends on the type of project, but I rather use from 0.5 or less. I usually use for my projects 0.35 gallons per minute or 0.25 gallons per minute. It all depends on what are the project's objectives and how much water does the client want to reduce in usage. Okay, so it all depends on the fixtures, you guys. Fittings and fixtures, remember, put it down in a paper. Fittings and fixtures. How much are your fittings and fixtures wasting? And it doesn't depend on how much people you will have in that project. That doesn't matter. Always focus on fittings and fixtures. They have to be efficient. They have to use the least amount of water consumption. Okay, guys? All right. So down here, we will have the options to use faucets, showers, kitchen faucet. And as you can see here, private faucets are only used for residential. Residential only. No warehouse, no guard booths, no nothing else. Residential only, okay? We have kitchen faucets, we have shower heads. So that's what we are working on, guys, okay? You have your options here. Just look through your calculators and you will see the information that is asking from you, okay? So here, it all depends. If you have other calculations for your FTEs, then you put others. Otherwise, the calculator would do the calculations for you, as the other calculators will. Okay, so don't stress about it. Don't stress about it. And here is the same thing. You will have a non-default optional seconds. And this means that if the faucets have sensor, they usually have 15 seconds before they go off. So it all depends on the spec sheet of your accessory and if your accessory has a sensor. This column right here is just to see if your accessory has a sensor. If it doesn't have a sensor, then don't even worry about it and just leave it as 0, okay? And the design flow rate, then this is what we already checked on the top information over here, which is for water closets and urinals, which are gallons per flush. In this case, we have our rates for gallons per minute for faucets, shower heads, okay? And again, guys, the calculator would do the rest of the work on calculating how many total daily water usage is in your project, your baseline, in your design case. And once you have all that information inputted in this tab, you will go to your summary, and here comes the fun. You won't see it in this reflected because we don't have any information about our accessories, but guess what? Right here, you are going to see what? Your water reduction. Exactly. You will see all of the information, which they are making a comparison between baseline information that it's already inputted in the data for the EPA or the EPA, and the design case, which is your project, what you are putting, the type of fixtures and fittings that you're using for your project, and the difference between the two of them. Okay, and this is exciting because this is where you get that information where you go, whoa, whoa, conventional buildings do waste a lot of water annually, a lot. That's when you get that consciousness and say, whoa, whoa, what are we doing here? Why aren't we putting efficient fixtures and fittings in all of these projects, right? Okay, guys, so this is it. Oh, the tab for O&M, it's only if you are in a project for operations and maintenance. If you are working on an existing building, okay? This is the tab that you will be looking at your summary, okay? All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video.